Alrighty, yes, Squids will be on the offense and Feed Boost going to be on the defense. Seeing a very traditional pick here, going to be the Zarya and Reinhardt for Feed Boost, and that's going to be, again, a triple support role right now, having Half looking like he's going to be on the Widowmaker, again, trying to find that high ground advantage and get those picks that they're looking to try and reduce the numbers very early in the fight.
Yeah, with the Brigade coming out now, it's you know, seeing Widow come out is situational, but King's Row is such a good sightline, Widow sightline map, that hopefully Half-Brit here was brought in specifically for this map. He actually switched with Mark Driscoll, and like, I think maybe he is a hit scan specialist, so hopefully he's able to get picks off. He'll be aiming for Kai and Fletch on the other side here. Ben, Christopher, and Shade are going to be, I think, one target too much HP. So maybe Omega 2 is going to be who he's going to be looking for. And if they can get the so if the defense can get the supports down from Happy Squids, that's how they're going to sort of shut them down with that Widow. The way that this is going, though, looks like Happy Squids are going to try to move in and speed through and try to get to that point as quick as possible and let Fletch do some damage from distance, or maybe bring him in to sort of tank kill with the new improved Hanzo sort of weaponry that he's had now.
Definitely, that Lucio is going to be crucial. They are going to look to be extremely aggressive moving on to this point, but I guarantee you will see that Polymer hugging Half on the Widowmaker to give that extra damage boost as they look to turn the corner here. If they can get an initial pick to make it a 6v5, it will definitely benefit them on this first initial engage.
Yeah, and here they come. They're moving a little slow. Shade is actually staying behind the pillar here, and they're actually delaying the engage here. Look at Kai sort of moving away from the rest of his team. That is very interesting to have the Lucio off by himself. So
indeed, he is breaking away, almost actually about to trigger it into the contest mode on that high ground, looking to get into the back and continue harassing so that they can just continue to focus. Having that 3 supports is going to definitely give them that benefit. Fletch getting a nice initial kill here onto Duwu, taking out Brigitte, not being able to stay in this fight, and already looking to almost get one tick, but Polymer being so aggressive, trying to get the res. A nice Earth Shatter coming out to contest it, and that is going to be, wow, Feed Boost doing a wonderful job using that ultimate, gaining it just in time to completely shut down the push by Happy Squids.
Yeah, it looks like here they do have a slight advantage, though. The Squids did take out a couple people, but they are actually back. So they lose the advantage as they're going to try to engage. But that was such a big Earth Shatter there by Punchline to just sort of wipe him out. And they've engaged again and taken out Shade.
And it is going to be Fletch now being able to take out Half on the high ground, not having him there for those initial shots, as it's going to be the Lionheart shield down for Fade. Now looking to continue pushing, having still 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. A nice pin coming out by Punchline, but the Graviton is going to connect, pulling Happy Squids into the middle to see if they can continue to break them down. Omega getting a nice convalescence here onto Punchline in the back. Now starting to regroup is going to be Shade, seeing if he can get into the back line and continue pushing, looking to get a second tick and wanting to get the third with Half. Unfortunately, looking to get onto the high ground and look to retreat.
Yeah, so that was actually a fantastic win there by Happy Squids. It looked like they were about to go down, but it looks like Omega picked up Duwu here. They lose their Brigitte right away on this initial engage. I'm saying Happy Squids should push forward. They need to be aggressive here and make space for themselves. They got the kill, but it looks like Kai goes down to Half-Brit, and that's going to be problematic for them as they lose a healer right away.
Indeed, and Duwu now going to be forcing that Brigitte rally to give them that armor as they look to transition into the street space right now. Happy Squids wanted to keep this momentum and not lose it. Graviton is going to come out once again here by Chiss. We're able to connect with him. Fletch going to follow up with the Dragon Strike, but just a few seconds late. Now you're going to see the Transcendence come out by Elise onto the Feed Boost to continue holding on the defense right now, seeing if they can continue to push, and it will be a nice even trade though, back and forth. Shade is going to go down, keeping that Earth Shatter, not wanting to use it, and now it's going to be a 2-loss advantage for Feed Boost and having a 5. Now using the sound barrier as well. Kai coming back, Polymer getting Punchline back up to even the score. Another Earth Shatter coming out, but not connecting. Punchline able to go down, and Shade gets him and looking to continue pushing this payload down the streets phase.
Yeah, Feed Boost is being overly aggressive here and trying to hold it right there at the doorway. What they've ended up doing is staggering themselves. If you're going to wipe in these competitive matches, you need to wipe either as a team or not wipe at all. And going in one by one and trying to stagger yourselves is not going to be what you're going to need to do to hold this point. They're having serious issues now with with their team now all spread out. It looks like Half-Brit has gone forward by himself trying to stagger. They're going to have to hold here at point B, and that's going to be super important for them to win this fight.
And now the Dragon Strike is going to come out by Fletch in the back, trying to get a pick, but Half-Brit able to get a double kill here onto both Fletch and to Omega, seeing if they can continue to hold on the defense. Shade getting a nice kill onto Punchline, taking down that front line shield protection with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Res by Polymer, getting Punchline back up, and it is going to be an Earthshatter coming out, though, to lock them down and try and get them with these few meters left to go. Ben going down here by Zenyatta on the defensive hold, seeing if they can get another pick. It will be that assistive damage coming by Polymer overhead, just continuing to give that extra damage, and will be Feed Boost recovering and holding on this payload push.
All right, Happy Squids got held up really, really badly in the worst position in King's Row possible. This was a fight that they needed to win, but they ended up going down because of the great ult usage here by Feed Boost, and was able to sort of use the ults right. Now they've actually just rallied and given themselves so much armor in a place where they're going to spend about 10-15 seconds just walking to the payload. So they need to make sure they win this as quick as possible, or they're not going to have enough time on point C.
And the Graviton is going to connect, bottling them all up down the center, but Punchline going to come through with a double kill, and that will be Feed Boost just completely pushing them back. Happy Squids looking to just honestly repeat and wait for a regroup after that initial engage.
Yeah, Happy Squids actually did a good job there, sort of retreating together as a team and making sure they just didn't sort of stall out and wait, look for the... They need to make sure they're cognizant of the time, as there's 130 left. Where the payload is they really only have about 2 pushes left. So either if you can't win this fight, you need to wipe right away so that you have a shot at giving yourself at least a decent non-rushed push. And it looks like the team is actually rotating around, going around the back.
Oh no, and Punchline is hidden underneath, wanting to get from behind them, does use the Earthshatter, connecting with the support. Omega is going to be taken and needs to be very careful in the back line, forcing Kai to use the sound barrier, seeing if he can get into the back, trying to knock them down, and now Punchline is in the force to retreat. That might have been a very over-aggressive position to do that. Transcendence is going to be forced, Dragon Strike is going to connect, able to take out Tim on the Zarya, and look to continue push forward, and now, with just under a minute, they're looking to reach the next payload checkpoint.
Yeah, and they absolutely do. That was a great move by the Squids. They knew that they couldn't keep coming down the hallway or they were just going to get killed. That Dragon Strike overcame the Transcendence on the side of Feed Boost, and they actually just overpowered the healing, and that's why you saw the death there happen during the Dragon Strike, because that Transcendence was still active, but now they've already actually cleared first corner, and they're trying to close out King's Row right here.
And Polymer is going to force that Valkyrie, the only ultimate available, but now soon to have more Punchline, getting that Earthshatter, waiting to find the opportunity to use it as they look to try and force them back. A rally, it will come out, though, by Ben on the push for Happy Squids. Earthshatter is going to connect, knocking them down. The absorption trying to prevent the damage, but it won't be enough. Punchline getting a triple kill here and looking to continue shutting them down, with Half-Brit able to follow up.
Oh, Punchline, so great, so handsome. That's what they say about tanks, right? He was amazing there on that hold. He just basically took it upon himself. Go, get on my shoulders. I'm going to make sure that you guys do not get more than first corner here. And that's what he did. Great Earthshatter by him. And now we're down to 114 left. They really only have 2 pushes left, and they're going to engage right away here onto Feed Boost.
And they are going to have the ultimate advantage. Here comes Fletch in the back, trying to use the Dragon Strike to get the initial pick. Shade getting a nice Earthshatter to connect, seeing if he can push them back near the edge there. Getting a nice follow-up here on Zarya, shutting them down. Kai switching onto the Junkrat to blow up Duwu and continue pushing. They do have the damage output now, switching onto that to have Fletch and Junkrat continuing to deal the damage. Nobody home, and that is going to be a quick push with just 2 meters left to go for Happy Squids to connect. But no, they will connect! It is going to be Punchline!
Oh my God!
Coming through and connecting with Half-Brit, taking out 5 members with it to hold it at 0.1 meters left to go.
Oh my goodness, what a hero play by Half-Brit and Timbo Slice. They caught the Graviton right away, but you can't underestimate what Punchline did. He charged out and he sacrificed himself to make sure that that payload stopped where it was in order to get the Graviton out. But what a great Dragon Strike here. They only have about I think it's about 0.2 meters left, and now it's desperation time for Happy Squids.
And they're going to continue pushing in. You do get the kill from Punchline onto Kai, not having that Riptire available, taking it out. The rally is going to be forced, though, on Ben, giving them a nice protection. Graviton is going to be used, but the Transcendence coming out to try and keep them alive. Fade using the Earth Shatter to shut down Duwu and seeing if they can scramble with these last few moments to take it back. Ben getting a nice shutdown onto Punchline. The Riptire comes from downtown, connecting with just a few meters left, and that will be Happy Squids in round 1, pushing it in the overtime.
What great combination ults by Happy Squids. They were able to make sure that they got the maximum value from their ults on that last desperation push. A team normally, when something like that happens, where they got Graviton and basically 6K'd right at the point with only like about a meter left, would be looking at each other going, oh my god, what the hell just happened? But no, Happy Squids came back. They were able to sort of right themselves in the head, come in through that desperation push, and was able to sort of right the ship, make sure they comboed their ults properly, and finished out King's Row. That is super, super important here for Happy Squids. Now that they've completed King's Row, they force Speed Boost to actually finish the map out. If they can finish the map out with more than a minute, they'll be able to have a time bank set up for themselves. But if they can't finish the map, or finish under a minute, then it will be a rotate back, and Happy Squids will have a chance again on offense.
And again, let's just highlight that one more time. Punchline getting that charge in just the nick of time. 0.1 meters left just to trigger it into the overtime, buying enough time for that Dragon Strike, which they were so tightly clustered on, connecting with 5 members to push it back. But I mean, just honestly, both teams giving it their all right now and not wanting to give any sort of ground.
Yeah, Rich, this feels like a final, doesn't it?
It truly does. I mean, seriously, I cannot believe how intense this match has been to cast, and we are just waiting to see what the rest of the matches are going to look like here for this finals between both Feed Boost and Happy Squids.
Yeah, they're looking like teams that are desperate, which is what you need to be in a final. You need to actually pull out all of your plays too. Nothing gets left on the table here. So this is your shot at glory. So you've got to make sure that you go all out here. And I see Duwu on the Doomfist. Look at this.
That is going to be interesting to see him come out wanting to be, again, extremely aggressive, but is going to switch at the very end of it. Wanted to go back onto the Brigitte, having that 3 support role, and Fletch now. But, ooh, Half-Brit is going to be able to pick off Kai in the back line, and that is not going to be a good start here for Happy Squids as they look to try and push in and start to contest.
Yeah, they're going to try to push in on that pick right away, and Punchline actually picks up Fletch, so now they're up 2, and they're just going to use this as their advantage.
And Reinhardt's just throwing those hammers at each other, seeing who can take the other out first with Zarya Shields as the support. Shade getting very low, but a wonderful job by the healers to keep him alive. And Barry does finally go down. Ben taken out as well. Duwu following up here on the Zarya for Happy Squids. And that is going to be a quick take by Feed Boost on at this first point.
Yeah, that was actually pretty amazing. If you've been watching Punchline like I have, he is not dying. His supports are giving him all the healing that he can handle, which is allowing him to play Reinhardt really, really aggressively. Look at him now posing on the point, showing off those muscles. You go, Punchline. But like, the thing about it is that it's allowing him to be super aggressive against Happy Squids here, and he's basically just giving free reign. He doesn't need to really shield because he knows what's on the ground, and all he has to do is make sure he can take 1 or 2 out, and the rest of his team will follow up and kill everybody else.
And now we are going to see the rally coming out by Ben again, giving them that defensive hold here on the street space, looking to turn the corner around the bookshop, seeing if they can get the initial damage that they want. Kai trying to get the picks, but Dragon Strike downtown, seeing if he can connect. Shade is going to get stuck in the corner. Riptire connecting with 2 though to even the score as you get Omega rezzing Shade to try and get back into this fight. Punchline now needing to retreat a little bit. Polymer trying to even the score again as well, getting the res on the Half-Brit to see, but they are going to look to retreat and try and regroup.
Yeah, it looks like Happy Squids here ends up winning that fight. It looks like Punchline did get a kill on Ben, and that's a kill on a support, so that's going to be big. They're going to be aggressive here and push through.
Oh, and Punchline getting a double kill following up into the Graviton and looking to continue pushing. That is going to be a wonderful combination. Punchline connecting with 1 and swinging on the other to follow up by the Graviton by Slice, and doing a marvelous job pushing this payload and hopefully soon to the next checkpoint.
Yeah, they're being hyper-aggressive here, too. Look at Polymer, Half-Brit, and Timbo Slice have moved up. They want to take this point. They don't want to get stuck the way Happy Squids got stuck here on point B. They want to make sure that they actually engage quicker here and make sure they get that payload to engage point B, and they absolutely do. And look at the time they have. They have 5:25 to actually get this, and Half-Brit's already taken out 2.
Oh no, and that's going to be a very hard engage by Shade, most likely wanting to pin them onto the payload, but takes it way past it, and is going to get locked in the back. Now going to have the loss in numbers. It will be the respawn advantage for Happy Squids, and hoping to get the full 6 back. Riptire is going to come out though by Fletch, seeing if he can connect, seeing if he can pull something off in the back line. Does connect with 2! Graviton going to be used as well, but coming up a second too late. That doesn't matter, because Kai is going to capitalize on it, and look to hold the payload as it starts to push backwards.
Yeah, you look at the ults between the teams here. The advantage here is with Feed Boost on the ults. They do have a 4-3 advantage here, and they did have to burn the Tire and the Graviton. So I'm looking for Feed Boost here to fully commit on this engage and just sort of go all out. Here comes the they open up with the Dragon to see if they can catch anybody in the back line.
And Omega is going to get a nice res on the bed to keep them alive, having that support in the back, but it will be Fletch getting low as well. So many being picked off. Hatbrit able to get a triple kill here on this last push, with Punchline trying to use that Earth Shatter to lock it down with only a few meters left to go. Hatbrit now going to get a quadra kill here, pushing forward on the Hanzo, taking down those tanks immediately, and that is going to be a full completion for round 2 on Feed Boost.
Feed Boost looking exemplary here on Kings Row. Do you see that? There is 4:12, excuse me, on the clock. The clock had to count up, Rich, and had to count up. They were so dominant on those pushes. They were winning fights, comboing ults properly, and engaging properly. They looked fantastic on Kings Row, and now they actually have more time than the actual competitive match would allow on a first point take. They have 12 seconds more than the 4 minutes that's normally allotted, and they only need a tick. So this is looking desperation times here for Happy Squids. They have to have the hold of the century here to go for a draw, or this is not. We're going to go 2-0 to Feed Boost, and Happy Squids are going to need a reverse sweep here to win this match.
Yes, indeed. And again, just to kind of go over that composition, you did see Feed Boost having that triple support composition, trying to make sure that they had the survivability pushing forward. You did have Happy Squids with the damage output, but honestly, just being able to sustain through all of that damage, getting those crucial picks on the push for Feed Boost, allowing them to get the kills that they needed with Half-Brit, just kept them moving, allowing them to keep pressure on that payload.
Yeah, Half-Brit was actually playing his positioning really, really well. He was actually staying behind that Reinhardt and not actually flanking too much. He was using the shields and the healing to his advantage to make sure that he actually was able to get those clear shots. He killed the McCree on the other side, who was high nooning behind the shield of Punchline on that final push that opened it up, and that was supposed to be a zoning ult to make sure that they sort of spread out, and that didn't happen. But they've engaged here and they're going for it already.
And we do see the Doomfist going to come out, but is going to go down. Mercy trying to get him back up. Polymer doing a great job to try and even the numbers now, but that is going to be Happy Squids able to shut them down very quickly, forcing all their resources onto that res, trying to give protection to make sure that they have the numbers. That is a solid initial hold here by Happy Squids, generating the ultimate for Fletch.
Yeah, so like the key here is now that they've lost this first push, you're going to want to watch the ult percentages here for Feed Boost. So if I'm Feed Boost here, I go again and sort of dry push, see if I can get a kick and kill. Be aggressive, but don't be out of position. Half-Brit's actually already taken out Fletch. That's going to be the key. They're going to move in now.
Yes, indeed. Not having that ultimate advantage is going to be beneficial for them to continue pushing. Dragon Strike now connecting. It will be Fur able to take out Punchline, but Half-Brit able to take out Kai. They were able to get him back into the fight right now so that they can continue dealing damage, doing a wonderful job to continue pushing. Fur able to now take out Tim on that as well. Dragon Strike from Fletch connecting, but Polymer again trying to even the numbers. It's going to be a 6v5 right now in favor of Happy Squids, and continues to hold.
Yeah, they have to use their spawn advantage now. Feed Boost wants to use the fact that they've got the extra people on the ground, and they do!
But the Earth Shatter is going to connect. Punchline connecting onto the entire team with Dragon Strike following up immediately, and that is going to be the tick going in favor of Feed Boost. Oh man, having that ultimate trigger just in time and using it as they were vulnerable with no shield active for that Happy Squids defensive line makes it extremely difficult to counter something like that.
Yeah, and here is the play of plays. Look at that. I've never heard it. I've never actually heard her say sextuple, but that was fantastic.
Wow. unbelievable. 3 cards going in favor of Feed Boost and 1 card going in favor of Happy Squids. Again, overall, both teams just demonstrating such amazing gameplay right now. It is absolutely a thrill to commentate this, and we are going to go ahead now and switch into the third map, which they will pick, and see what that next match is going to be.
Yeah, so now we're going to go into 2CP, and it will be Happy Squids again that will be able to choose map or side. So
oh man, again, just to even just go over that fight again, as I said for the first one, just the entire thing, again, such a high level of gameplay from both teams, getting those crucial picks right at the tail end of it, allowing them to switch it over, taking out Fletch on the Hanzo, allow them to move forward. But again, both Hanzos just doing a wonderful job trying to just output that amount of damage with the number of supports that they had.
yeah, and it looks like Happy Squids they picked Hanamura very, very quickly here. So they've gone directly to Hanamura. That was a very, very quick pick by Happy Squids. I don't know if this is a pocket pick for them.
It might be, feeling confident enough to know that in the back line, in the back of their pocket, they do have a map that they do feel strong on, that they do feel dominant on, might be what they were keeping in the back burner just to make sure, if we do have some, missteps here, trying to acclimate and get used to this Feed Boost push and just overall gameplay,